Listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. Today, we are going to be talking about social media marketing and how we do it here at Innovia Consulting. Just a quick note before I get started, we do record this webinar and all our webinars. So if you want to watch it again, if you want somebody else in your organization to watch it, just go to our website later today and it will be posted there for you. Our website, of course, is innovia.com. My second little bit of housekeeping here is if you have any questions, go ahead and type them into that question box and I will answer them for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see here, I'm the presenter today, which is unusual. I'm usually just the host, but since I do the marketing here at Innovia, today's the perfect time for me to share a little bit of my learned expertise with you. If you have any questions for me at any point, not just about this topic, you can contact me here at Innovia. My contact information is up there on the screen. And today we're going to be talking about a service that we use here at Innovia for scheduling our social media posts. It's called rFactor Socialport. And the reason we chose rFactor Socialport here at Innovia is because they are partnered with Microsoft. And so rFactor Socialport actually pulls content from Microsoft to give to us to post, which is really just fantastic. So let's get started here. I'm going to pull over our screen. So as you can see, we are on the rFactor Socialport website. And this is our dashboard. Now, this is something that is really helpful for some people and is just white noise for other people. But it basically tells you how your posts are being received, what's most popular, what's least popular, um, the percentage of the content that you share, what it's about. So as you can see, we share the most about Microsoft Office 365. And we've had 5% amplification for the past month, which means 5% of our posts have been reposted. And you can just move on down here. You can see our top posts. This one, for instance, has had 70 shares from June 17 of 2016 about Office 365. So basically, your dashboard here is just giving you some information if you want to really hone in your sharing, if you want to hone in your message to see what really sticks and what is really a value-added content to your readers. Now, of course, when you join rFactor Socialport, you have lots of tutorials on the website itself that tells you how to set all of this up. So today isn't going to be an introduction in that way because it would just be redundant. They give you all that information when you sign up. Today is really just how we here at Innovia use it and why we find it valuable. So that dashboard is the first thing. The next thing is that when you go into your kind of your working screens here, something that's really valuable, and the reason we chose this over HubSpot, Hootsuite, etc., is because we're getting this Microsoft content. So you can come in here to manage streams and channels, and you get to manage what you're actually seeing in your stream. So for instance, under our manage your feeds here, we are receiving the Microsoft Dynamics blog. So that's coming into us. We can use that content in any way we want. It's already written by Microsoft. We just have to add a little personalized blurb to it if we want to use it, and it's ready to go. With manage your corporate feeds, you can choose these companies that Microsoft has vetted for you to pull in their tweets So I'm getting the tweets from Computer World. They may have something that I think is worth sharing with my readers, so I can just retweet them. Same thing with Manage Microsoft Sponsored Content. It gives you all these different options. In industries, you can have distribution, healthcare, manufacturing, etc. So you're pulling this content in. You're not automatically sending it back out if you don't want to. You can, although personally I don't recommend it because I like to uh, have an eye on every single thing that goes out from my post. But if you're super busy and you just say, you know what, Microsoft, I trust you, whatever you send, I'm going to push along, you can just select this rapid post and it will literally, anytime it comes out from Microsoft, it'll go straight out to your readers. So for somebody who's very busy and who knows that the content is what they want, they just want to get it out there and don't want to have to schedule it themselves, this is a great option. For us, because I have time set aside each day to at least put my eyes on everything that's going out, I don't use that. But I do pull all these things in so that I can at least see what's available to me and see if I think that that content is going to be valuable to our readers. Also, because we work across many different industries, we pull all of these in. But if you're a distributor, you're probably not really interested in healthcare status updates or blogs. So you don't need to clutter yourself up with that. You can just uncheck it. It won't pull in for you. You can also do that with general and with technologies, which is really great. So that if there are things that you're really not interested in, you don't have to pull those in. It's just going to clog up your feed there, and it's not doing you any good. So I really appreciate that I get to choose what I'm seeing so that it's the most visually streamlined possible for me. Now, here's the real gold of this system, if you ask me. So here we are on the screen that I use absolutely the most. This is the actual screen that pulls the content from Microsoft. So these ones that kind of look like satellite dishes are blogs from Microsoft to give me information. These ones that look like lines of text are either social media messages or blogs that I can reuse myself. So let's go over here to technologies. You saw that little red number up there in the box that was telling me how many updated pieces of information I had. So for instance, this post, it gives you the body of the post right here. But it tells me I have already posted it to Twitter, which is a great tool. So I'm not constantly repeating myself. I don't have to memorize every single post I send out. It tells me, oh, you probably don't want to do this one again because you've already sent it out. So we have the blogs and we have the status updates. Now the blogs are full content blogs complete with picture. And then this red text right here, it says right here, Microsoft partners should replace this introductory text with their own copy. So if you choose to use a blog, it's perfect. It's pre-written for you. All you do is a little intro paragraph about why this is relevant to you and your clients or your readers, and boom, you're ready to go. Now with status updates, let's find one here that we haven't used yet. So as you can see, Microsoft SQL Server status updates. We have this one inside of a red dot, which means you have one new status update that you haven't used yet. So this has been optimized for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+. What is a master database? How and why should you back it up? Now, just because it's optimized for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+, that doesn't mean you can't use it anywhere else. It just means, you know, this is what they had in mind. Use it how you like. So to share this, I push this little share button here within the box. I'm going to push share content. And it's going to pull up this screen, which I love. So it's telling me I'm going to post this to Twitter. I can also click the box for LinkedIn and Google+. Now, we don't do LinkedIn and Google+ through this system. We just do Twitter. So I'm going to leave it there for Twitter. Now, I could post it now just by pushing this button and it would go straight to Twitter. But usually what I do is I set aside 30 to 45 minutes at the beginning of my day, and I schedule all of my posts to go out for the entire day. Now, at Innovia, we send out tweets every 30 minutes because we work in an industry where people are really at their computers all day, every day. And so we really feel like we can get that information out to them every 30 minutes, and it's going to be something new and fresh. Maybe you're in an industry of, distribution or food service, and people might look at their computers once or twice during the day. So maybe you only need to send out tweets once or twice or 3 times during the day. It's really up to you and what you think your readers would value. For us, we do it every 30 minutes. So we come down here to set schedule. It gives me the date option. So I'm scheduling the post for today, the 29th. And I'm going to schedule this post to go out at 11:30 this morning. So I just set my time. As you can see, you don't have to do it every half hour, every hour. You can do it on odd minutes. It gives you all of the options there. And of course, AM. And then all I have to do is push the schedule button. And there we go. It's on my schedule. I don't have to do anything else. And this post will go out at 11:30 this morning. Now, if I realize, oh boy, okay, I didn't really want that to go out at 11:30 this morning. I wanted it to go out at 1:30 this afternoon. All I have to do is come up here to Manage Posts, which is right here. It does sometimes take a moment to switch between screens, so we're just going to bear with it here. I see that we are at least working on it. If I had one downside about this service, it's that it does not move quickly. But I'll be patient. We'll bear with it because it's important to know that you can edit this even after you've scheduled it. As long as it hasn't gone out to the public yet, you can always edit what you've done. And again, it will show posted or scheduled to in the box. Now, this one doesn't yet because it's still on the same screen. We haven't refreshed. But if we refresh the screen, it would show that. Now, scheduled, we have one. So we're going to go to that tab. You can also look at your published. You can also look at any errors that might have come up and any drafts that you had been working on. So again, I've clicked on the scheduled tab. We're just waiting for that to flip over for us. And just a reminder, if anybody has any questions at any point, just go ahead and type them into that question box. I know we're all muted. That just helps with not talking on top of one another. But if you have any questions, type them in. I will do my best to answer them for you, or at least figure out who can. So here we are on the scheduled tab. So it says who the author was. Now, I'm the only person who uses this within our company, but if you have multiple people using this within your company, each person is going to have a different login, so it's going to show who scheduled this to post. Now, it's scheduled for 11:30 a.m. I saved it at 11:13, so if I want to change it, I just go to the edit button, and I can change the schedule to today at 1:30. And of course, you have to remember AM or PM, and save. And so when I'm working in the morning, I usually do it first thing from about 8 to 8:30, 8 to 8:45. I will set my whole lineup for the entire day. That way, I don't have to think about it again. I don't have to be going to Twitter every 30 minutes. I don't have to be going even into R Factor every 30 minutes and saying, okay, where's the next one? What should I get? What should I post this time? It's already set up for the entirety of the day. I don't have to think about it anymore. I can just move on to my next task. The other thing to know about the posts is that it doesn't just bring in Microsoft content. You also have your own Twitter feed. So everyone that you're following, all of the posts and keywords and hashtags that you're following come in on your home timeline. So you can retweet from the people that you're following. You also see your tweets that have gone out, you see who has mentioned you, and you see who's retweeted you. Now, of course, you can change what you view on this panel, but this is the way I like to set it up so that I can see what's going on in my Twitter world, but most importantly, who I'm following. That's the key here. So for instance, if I wanted to retweet this, again, I would push the retweet or the share button, excuse me, retweet. Now on this view, I can't schedule a retweet from this panel, which is the only other small complaint I have about this product, which of course I've talked to our representative about, and they've assured me they're working on it. If you want to send it right now, you can send it right now. If you want to schedule it for later, you have to copy it from here. So I'm doing a control copy here. And then you write new post. So write new post, you can either paste things into, or of course, you can write a new post. This is how you create content to go out to your social media. So I can say, did you miss our webinar today? Look for the recording on Enovia.com this afternoon. And now I'll set the schedule. I can schedule it for the 29th, which is of course today. I'll schedule it for 2 p.m. And I'll just push schedule. And there we go. That's going to go out at 2 o'clock today. And then people will know they can come look at our website for the recording of this webinar. Those are really the main points about rFactor SocialPort. That's what makes this an amazing tool, because you're getting the content from Microsoft, you're getting the scheduling assistance, and you're also pulling in your live feed from Twitter. I can't say enough about how much easier this tool makes our social media scheduling, because we're getting ready-made content from Microsoft that we know that their expert marketers have put together. So we aren't always the one who has to come up with this content, because really that's the hardest part of social media, coming up with original content and knowing that it's appropriate and dynamic for your readers. So having the content from Microsoft plus being able to schedule tweets ahead of time is really the gold of this system. So I want to open it up for any questions. I know this has been just a very brief overview, and if anyone has any questions or wants to dive deeper into this system, this isn't something that we've been paid to promote or anything like that. It's simply the tool that we found works the best for us. And so I'm more than happy to talk to anyone about any social media marketing, this service or Hootsuite or HubSpot or what have you. Again, I'm an expert of experience, not an expert of academia. So I'm more than happy to help or give advice or point you in the right direction or put you in contact with someone who I think will know better than myself. But I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I'm also more than happy to just kind of have a conversation about what tool is best for you or what your experiences have been for your social media marketing. So again, any questions, type them into that question box, or if you'd like to have a conversation with me, I'll pull back up my contact information here. Again, I'm Abby Robinson, the Sales Administrator here at Innovia. And there's my contact information. So I don't have any questions this morning. If you have any questions to contact me with later, I will be happy to have that conversation with you. And of course, this recording will be up on our website by the end of the day. So I just want to thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope the content has been helpful. And if there's something you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. And with that, I'm going to bid you all a very good morning, and I definitely hope to see you on our next webinar.